Flag salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Very nice. Okay, we are on page 60, is it 67? Okay, it is. You're right. Okay, I do. 67. Clause. When you're talking about the clause, we already know about clauses. What do clauses have that phrases don't?
Full sentence,
No.
a noun and a verb.
It has a verb, so you're half right. Doesn't always have a noun, but it does have a subject and a verb.
Adverb.
No, but it's subject and verb. That's what I'm looking for, subject and verb. So you're right, though. Verb is the main thing. You're close enough. But phrases do not. Like a prepositional phrase does not have a verb. So that's the difference between the two. So, and it tells you in that first sentence, if you read that, it's a group of related words that contains both a subject and a verb. Recognizing the basic clause and phrase structure of a sentence will help you punctuate sentences properly. Label the subject verb pairs to determine how many clauses are in each sentence, and focus on the word that begins the clause to determine if it is a dependent clause or a main clause. After you've identified each clause, check its placement in the sentences that follow the comma rules. So main clauses are a complete thought, but other dependent clauses, it tells you down below who, which, that, and an adverb clause. But let's look at main clauses. Bagheera rescued Mowgli. Every sentence must have a main clause. It might have other clauses with it, but that is just a main clause. But look at the next one. You can put two main clauses together, but you will need to have something to join them together as far as a coordinating conjunction. So Bagheera rescued Mowgli, and this angered Shere Khan. So two main clauses together. Look at the independent clause. I just realized you're looking at the top of my head there. Does not express a complete thought, so it cannot stand alone as a sentence. And I'm looking down at the second half of page 67, the who, which clause, Bagheera, who sympathized with Mowgli, rescued him. If I took out the who clause, it would just say Bagheera rescued him, and that is a complete thought by itself. So that's why the who clause is dependent on the rest of the sentence. That clause, Bagheera told Mowgli that he had been born in captivity. No commas there. I forgot to mention commas in the who, which clause, but you guys already know that. It goes around the who, which clause. And then at the adverb clause, this is where it is in the sentence, it will determine if you need a comma or not. If the adverb clause is an opener, you need a comma before the main clause. So although Mowgli was a boy, comma, he lived with wolves. And then the next example, Bagheera rescued Mowgli when he spoke at Council Rock. So if the adverb clause comes second, you don't need a comma. That's the comma rule there. Let's turn to page 68. A dependent clause begins with a word that causes it to be an incomplete thought. Therefore, a dependent clause must be added to a main clause. You're going to read and decide, you guys are going to take turns on this, which kind of dependent clause is in each sentence. Pretty easy. Circle the correct answer, insert commas where needed. So Audrey, we'll start with you on that first one.
Do you want me to read the sentence?
Yeah. Yeah.
Shere Khan, who desired to rule, ignored the laws of the jungle. Who, which clause?
Who, which clause, so you can circle that. And does it need commas?
Before the who, which clause, and after.
Yes, good. So after Khan and after rule. Yeah, so around the who, which clause. And then Victoria?
Please hold.
Please hold. And then you're next.
Okay. Mowgli did not realize that Shere Khan hated him.
Yes.
That clause?
Of that clause. And do you need a comma?
No.
You do not. That's correct. Very good. In the back? The next one?
Since the wolves accepted him, Mowgli ignored the tiger's threat. AC before MC.
AC before MC, yes, that's right. And comma?
Right before Mowgli.
Good. And when you read it, your voice naturally paused right there. So that's another clue. Good job. See, you were scared and it was okay. You made it. And then Audrey, the last one.
Mowgli could tell a fish by its splash when it leaped in the water. And that's an AC after MC.
Mm-hmm. And then comma or no comma?
No comma.
Very good. You guys are on it. Awesome. The first word of a clause usually indicates the type of clause, obviously. However, accurate identification requires one to consider the way the entire clause functions in the sentence. So look at that question there. Who desired to rule the jungle? It's a question, but it still is a main clause because it expresses a complete thought. Remember the interrogative pronouns? Like if you're being interrogated, where were you the night of, and who were you with, and things like that. So it does not begin a who which clause. So it's a question. It's an interrogative pronoun. So we don't need commas there, and it's not a clause, it's a main clause. And then the next example, that boy grew up with wolves. This is a main clause. It expresses a complete thought. Even though it starts with that, you might think it's a that clause, but it's not. It's a complete thought. That is an adjective describing the word boy. Which boy? That boy. Okay. Who wants to read it today? Okay, Victoria, thank you.
Under his chin, Bagheera's was hidden. Beneath his black hair, Mowgli felt a small jagged spot and wondered about it.
Good. And you were right to say were. It should be were, not was. So, because we're talking about more than one muscle. Muscles, plural. So that's another thing we can fix because it's bugging me that we don't need an apostrophe there. So you just do a little squiggly line there. Jagged is the vocabulary word. It's basically just sharp, uneven. You guys know what jagged is, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then the coordinating conjunction, Audrey?
And
Good. So we don't have as many things to mark anymore, which is kind of nice. Yeah, but it makes it a little harder.
So like the final
Yeah.
page, like
Yeah.
66 was like 7
Oh, was it?
It was like
For homework, you mean?
I actually want to look in the very back of it and see what how short this stuff is.
Oh, it was long.
They had 7 subject verb pairs.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah, they're bigger numbers.
Yeah,
It somehow got bigger than before.
yeah,
The list isn't super long. The sentence is long.
yeah. It just gets a little harder to find stuff.
I found
So-
Cyberflow,
Adverb?
I think.
Well,
Beneath his
there's-
black hair.
there's no
There is
other
no ever
clause.
clause.
My bad.
It's okay though. Yeah, I like your enthusiasm back there. I don't know what's easier, finding the prepositional phrases.
I found
Did
it.
you find, which one did you
Is it
find?
beneath his black hair?
Beneath his black hair. There you go. That's one.
It stood out to me.
Yeah, you're like, what is this? There's two more. You guys see them?
Under his chin.
Yes, under his chin.
Was hidden? Or were hidden?
Was or were is a verb though, so no, not that one. Remember, they don't have verbs. Do you know which one it is?
A small jagged spot.
Not
I don't
a,
think
that's
it
an
is-
article.
Isn't it one though?
Yeah, isn't it? one?
It, but it doesn't have anything
Yeah,
after
that's
it,
what-
but
So
about
maybe-
is
About is
About.
one.
about
about?
it.
Oh.
So about it is the prepositional phrase.
Okay.
So you got those, that's good.
Yes.
Main clauses, so these are complete thoughts. These are gonna be two, right? Yeah, so two full sentences. So how about Oliver? Do you know where those are?
Bagheera's muscles were hidden.
Keep going.
Beneath his black hair.
Yes. So all the way to hair. So Bagheera's to hair. You'll need a period there. And then do you know the other one back there, Oliver?
Mowgli to it.
Mowgli to the end, it, yes. Okay, subject verb pair, so we need verbs. How about Audrey for the verbs?
Were
Yes, were.
and felt.
Felt is a verb.
So
There's
was
one
that-
more.
Wondered.
Yes. I heard
Thanks
that.
for whispering that so
I heard
loud.
that. Wait a minute.
Oh,
What?
Wondered and felt, you said both of those, and were, okay, there's one more.
What?
oh man.
Jagged?
No, it's actually hidden.
I was thinking about that actually.
Hidden.
Oh,
It's a form
but
of a
were
verb.
is a helping, is were a helping verb.
Yes, were is a helping verb, so were hidden. That's right.
So is it muscles as the subject or?
Muscles is the subject, because that was what were hidden. It's weird. And then what's the other subject?
Mowgli.
Mowgli, good. All right, good. And then we have two
A prepositional and
Opener.
a subject opener.
Mhm.
prepositionals, number one, no, number two,
Two.
and number one is subject
Oh,
opener.
good, I thought I was gonna have to do that one.
By the way, we need to fix another word here, Bagheera's muscles.
You put one.
Yeah, put in an
apostrophe.
apostrophe, because we're talking about his muscles. Got the openers, okay, indent, we just put a paragraph symbol. And then capitals,
Under back here, oh, back here is, and then Mowgli.
commas, do we fix those yet? We haven't done those
No.
yet, huh?
You
Okay,
take it out after hidden.
take out after hidden
And after chin?
and after chin. That's the rule when you start with a prepositional opener, if it's 5 or more, then you need a comma. You already got the end marks, apostrophes, you already fixed those, and did we fix the usage?
Yeah,
Yep,
that was.
was.
It was were.
Okay. All right, you got it then, good job. You guys are on it. It's good to practice cursive. Do you guys know cursive?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little. I'm not very.
You don't practice it much.
It look, yeah, look more like squiggly lines.
That's what they're supposed to look like.
So
I'm not trying to read someone's.
I went to the Ronald Reagan Library. Have you guys been there before?
My mom wants to go there.
It's really cool.
They have what
The
is
Dead Sea
it?
Scrolls,
My
yes.
mom wants to go see.
Went there on Friday. It was so cool. But I hadn't seen the library yet either, but they have this display of Ronald Reagan's notes. He was a really brilliant guy. He was really smart and he loved to read. And so he would pull quotes out of different books that he read. But his cursive, like he wrote in cursive. And I was just thinking about the young people that were there. They had no idea what the notes said at all because it was all in cursive. So, because in the traditional schools, they're not teaching it anymore.
Yeah. It's hard for me to read cursive, but I can write cursive.
It's pretty cool. All right, it's a
My
lost.
mom's signature is one mess.
Oh, well,
Just a dust on and just.
signatures can be messy because you don't want people to be able to copy that, right? So. All right, just a quick reminder about, and you can get your stuff out for Johannes.
Johan.
Johannes?
It's Johan. I don't know what about that.
He's
Yeah,
German.
Oh my goodness, have I really been saying it wrong this whole time?
I've been thinking it wrong this whole time.
Maybe he's just like Shere Khan. Maybe it's supposed to be Shara.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Hold on, let's ask the computer.
Wisdom that it doesn't have.
True, okay, here we go, let me turn it up.
Johannes Gutenberg.
I have been saying it
Thank
wrong.
you.
Johannes Gutenberg, I think we said that part right.
Yeah, we said his
Okay.
last name correct.
Johannes.
It's not his first.
Oh, that's bad. Okay, anyway, thank you for clarifying that. Johannes. Anyways,
Let's just call him Jim. Let's just call him.
JG.
Sorry, didn't on my paper you see it.
That's Jeremiah's initials.
Oh, there you go.
JG.
Oh,
Hold on, really quick though.
thing was nice.
Yeah,
What is
your
that?
homework is 10 points, you guys know that. And if you get something less than 10, like 9 or 9.5, it means you you forgot something. I think you guys know this already, but
Mhm.
check the Google Notes or Google Classroom and my notes to see what you're missing.
I'm noticing
What?
a lot of the.
Oh, I see a smirk back there, so I was like, not sure, but
Do we
yes.
have to like redo it and then resubmit it, or can we just be like, oh, okay, we messed up and then just move past it? And then-
Sadly,
Well, you
no.
could, but
But I
then
mean,
you
like-
don't get your
I mean,
grade
like,
raise.
look at it and be like, oh, okay, this is what we messed up on, and just like, do we have to fix it? Or is
Yes.
it like
You're
optional?
Well, if you don't fix it, you won't get a better grade.
Let me tell you this, you know how last year,
Asking for a friend, you know?
I love it. We are gonna do like parent teacher student conferences like we did last year, where we get on a Zoom. Didn't we do that last
No.
year?
We did that.
Yeah, we did.
I remember.
I don't know if doing that.
I'm pretty sure you guys did that. I know you guys did.
I remember.
You,
that.
do you remember doing
Oh,
it?
it's funny.
No.
Oh,
We did it by Zoom. We did it by Zoom and I went through
Yeah, I
your homework.
remember.
So we're gonna do that again. So, you know, your mom's gonna see it. I'm just saying, and she's your master teacher, right? So.
Lucky Oliver.
Yeah, it hurt last year.
Why?
The punishment and the words. My
But you're
feelings
so much better this year.
scattered.
So anyway, you wanna do it for that
Okay, okay.
reason. So yes, you
Oh,
can,
wait, for our grade?
for your grade.
That reason,
Oh.
that reason alone?
Sorry, I'm just hoping that it's this intrinsic, I just wanna get better grades, but you know, not
So what
everybody
we
has
do is
that.
getting like a
It's
six.
really not on my goals.
Listen, I'm actually doing
No,
a different
If
English
we, if
class
we pass with
right now,
flying
so
colors,
it's fine either way.
Wait, what?
if we pass with flying colors, like what do we get?
No,
A
yeah, we
star.
can give us.
You just
Like a
get,
doohickey?
you get,
A thumbs up, a PhD, master's degree.
yeah, let's just talk about what you don't get, which would be reprimanded by your mom or something like that.
No.
Probably still get that anyway.
At least not for writing, all right? I can't say anything about the rest of your life, so, okay. So, check that and fix it if you need to. And then, we never really did get to read Siegel or Storm because some of you didn't turn it in until later, which is okay. I don't really take off points for late submission. But if you want to read it, anybody want to read it?
I don't want-
Or,
I didn't do the sequels.
You can
or
read
me
mine.
read
You
it?
read-
Okay.
You read mine.
Mine's
Did I?
Or 2 weeks ago, but mine, I didn't
I
do
didn't-
the.
You want me to
I
read?
did the storm.
Okay.
Mine's very educational. It tells you like the house system.
Which one did you do?
Storm.
Okay. Do
It
you want to go
tells you
first?
Many different
It's-
groups in court and what they're called and how they work. So
Wow.
mine's at least very.
You know what, I already took a constitution class like last year or the year before that or sometime in the past. I don't even remember when, but so I'm good.
In fact.
We don't need to read all of this paper, we're all
Hold
good.
on, hold on. The defendant's lawyer is actually the French word for lawyer.
Okay, I'm gonna read Victoria's first and then I'll read yours next.
No comment.
Unbreakable Bond is the title here. Oh, he's gonna relax. Okay. One foggy and rainy evening, a young man known by the name of Grayson Hunt, who was a detective, was investigating a small warehouse on the outskirts of town. Grayson was currently trying to find the culprit who stole the $250 million Hope Diamond.
Shoot.
Bathroom? Or maybe she's sleeping. Oh.
Maybe she's sleeping. Is my story really that boring, Audrey?
Where's my resume?
Bang.
Wow, would you like to relax in the other chair? Anybody? Okay.
No, pass.
That is one of the rewards in my Christmas game, remember?
Okay,
Nobody
I'll-
even
Yeah,
took me
I
up on
remember
that.
Okay, listen, if we
I
play the
remember
same
trading
game,
Play-Doh. I didn't have you read it.
I didn't get anything. I gave them stuff out of the kindness of their heart. I
Aw.
didn't get any.
Aw.
Your mittens.
Baby size glove.
Yeah, I think they were actually your mittens.
Well, you-
No, I asked your mom for some because I forgot to bring mine.
Yeah, but
And
you
she,
wanted them.
Please,
So-
bring some next time.
anyways, okay. This is called Unbreakable Bond. One foggy and rainy evening, a young man by the name of Grayson Hunt, who was a detective, was investigating a small warehouse on the outskirts of town. Grayson was currently trying to find the culprit who stole the $250 million Hope Diamond.
Real diamond.
In the same warehouse district, a 14-year-old girl named called Navy was trying to avoid contact with anyone, so that's suspicious. She had just recently snuck away from her foster home because her foster parents were just as awful as her original family. Grayson noticed the young girl sneaking between the alleyways and began to get suspicious. Finally, he came to the conclusion to try to find out why she was sneaking about. But just as he was about to approach her, she began to run. And then he realized that a gang that he was suspecting to have stolen the diamond was racing toward them very quickly. As Grayson snatched Navy's arm and began to run back toward his car, which was near the town, he had no idea this would cause them to share a lifelong bond. Once they got to Grayson's car, which was a Dodge Challenger.
That's a basic detective car.
That's a classic. And had escaped the gang's territory, they decided to sort out the whole situation and ventured to a small cafe on the corner of West Apple Street and Rowdy Horse Lane. That's cute. As Navy was sharing her story about her life and how she was moved from foster home to foster home her entire life, Grayson couldn't help but have sympathy for her. When Navy had finished her unfortunate story, it was Grayson's turn to share. Quickly, he explained how he had been searching for the Hope Diamond and had a small amount of luck finding it so far.
Okay, the ending isn't as good as you might say.
Okay,
It's
hold
kind
on.
of a
It sounds
blow.
like
It's not what you think.
there's already a charge of kidnapping or something.
Maybe. Navy
No.
decided that she wasn't doing anything that she wasn't doing anything that she would join him. Is that what you mean? Like she wasn't doing anything, so she might as well just join him?
Yeah,
Okay.
sounds weird.
They quickly discovered that Navy's friend Tsunami's grandmother had bought it from a pawn shop near the coast and gifted it to her. So then the only thing they had to still find was the thief, because whoever it was needed to be put behind bars. Grayson and Navy were both determined to find out who it was before they got away for sure.
Okay, so for sure, it was for good, but then I realized I was abandoned kind of last
Oh.
minute. So I just changed it for
For
sure.
it could be for life. For good, doesn't that mean for life? Like put
Yeah.
away for good means put
My
away for
dad
life.
just wrote an entire paper about like laws in court.
So
and
he
delivery
approves
So
to-
do you
life.
want to read it? Take
I
it.
spent 3 hours on one.
Oh my goodness.
With
Okay,
all-
I'm coming to yours next. Of course, as they searched for the Hope Diamond, they created a father-daughter like bond, and absolutely nothing could sever. That absolutely nothing could sever. Together, they later found that it had been Doris Payne who had smuggled the Hope. I thought that sounded familiar. Smuggled the Hope Diamond. Obviously, throughout this time, the Navy's foster parents had been searching for her, kidnapped, right? When they had finally found her, they commented that she was, quote, too hard to take care of because she does it all the time. So she runs away all the time.
It sounds like James and the Giant Peach a little.
Oh, yeah. But in truth, they never really loved or cared for her. Sad, sad. Navy was despaired that she would have to return to yet another foster home. Grayson, who had begun to love Navy as if she was his own, asked if she would consider him adopting her as his own daughter. She readily agreed, and over time they grew closer together and enjoyed solving mysteries, whether they were fast car chases or
Sorry.
I paused at the wrong spot on that word. Fast car chases are trying to figure out how to find solutions to Navy's math homework. Thanks to the Hope Diamond, they created a strong, loving father and daughter bond that would never, ever break. Ah, it does have a happy ending though.
Unlike
That's
mine.
the ending I was thinking.
Happy
What-
either.
what-
There's
I'm
a
like,
law.
I'm like the Brothers Grimm. You know, they'll take like. Have you ever heard of Cinderella? Yeah. Their version of Cinderella's worse. Picture Saw and Cinderella combined.
Oh my gosh, is this gory?
No, it's not gory.
Not yet.
We still have a lot of the year left though.
I know, right?
We're like halfway done.
We
So.
just escaped the picture photos.
Okay, thank you for that.
Scared.
No.
This is called The Lawsuit. The day was September 6, 2014, when Elisa, is that right? Elisa Tracy walked to the beach. Elisa lived in the nearby condominium, which was only a 5-minute drive from the beach. Marcus Philly, a YouTube influencer, was at the beach that day doing one of the internet's popular trends, which always changes. True that. Elisa, am I saying that right? Elisa? Okay. Was chowing down on a sandwich on the beach while working on her upcoming graphic novel. She was targeted by a seagull who was trying to eat her sandwich. Marcus noticed the bird, grabbed a nearby beach ball and threw it. Noticed the bird, grabbed a nearby beach ball and threw it at the bird. The annoying bird moved out of the way, hitting Elisa and breaking a bone in her nose. Whoa.
Oh,
Can
the
I
ball
ask
broke the nose?
what's in
Or
the
the
volleyball?
bird? Wait, the ball broke the nose or the bird broke the nose?
The ball.
Because it said,
Because it moved, the bird moved out of the way,
and hit. Elisa
hitting
right-
Elisa.
So it made it
the
sound
ball.
like the bird
Oh.
hit Elisa.
Anyway, okay, keep going. That's a good point, though. I mean, she got frustrated, wondering why a man hit her face with a beach ball. It's got to be a heavy beach
Yeah.
ball.
I didn't say he was like weaker.
He explained that he only tried to help, but she didn't listen. She hit the man, knocking him unconscious on the beach. She realized what she had done and ran away. The man quickly gathered witness info and sued her for battery. This is where the whole education comes in. All right. It is now November 11th, 2014. Where did you come up with the dates? Just random.
Yeah.
When the case was in session and Marcus's lawyer, Dean Woolberry, had been on the job for almost 2 decades. Elisa's lawyer was the one the court issued, so while he had experience, he couldn't read and look at the whole story, which meant he didn't
Like-
get every detail.
Because the court, if you don't have a lawyer, they will issue you one, but they usually don't have enough time to study your case because they're also juggling other cases.
Ah, okay. Little side note there. Marcus was suing Elisa for battery, so Marcus was the plaintiff and Elisa was the defendant. Marcus had 4 witnesses to call on, but Elisa had none because she ran away. Dean had pointed out that witnesses that had seen her run away, which could add more to her sentence. Elisa's lawyer, Mr. Advocate, Mr. Advocate pointed out that he did hit her as well, but Dean rebutted, nice word, that he was only trying to help her. After all of the witnesses had been talked and questioned, the jury, which is a group of people who determine if the defendant is guilty or not, was about to rule in favor, but Elisa ran out of the courtroom. Dummy, why?
I had to
The-
get 3rd paragraph.
The bailiff, a police officer in the court to protect the judge, ran out of the room to look for her. So are you studying this at the
Not
same time?
now, but a couple years ago, I did do like a little, we did like in class, like a lawyer thing.
Like a mock
Yeah,
trial
mock
type thing?
trial.
Okay.
I was the defendant for the evil stepmother, and we won the case.
Ah.
So, pretty good.
So yes, okay. So okay, let's see. Marcus and Dean know they had just won the case because even if the jury votes in favor of the defendant, she will get charged with escape and get up to a year in prison. In 3 minutes, she escaped, got caught, and was added another charge. The jury ruled in favor of the plaintiff, and Elisa was fired from her job. Whoa.
What's her job?
Yeah, what was her job?
She was like a graphic novel writer.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, she worked at yeah. No, she
Not
wrote a
journalist.
novel, but she's like with a publisher. Publisher's like, no, I don't want someone to have a criminal record now.
Upcoming graphic novel. Yeah. Okay, cool. Because she now had a criminal record, no place would hire her, so she decided to turn to a life of crime. one day while robbing an old lady in the strip mall. I know, Marcus bumped into her and knew that it was Elisa, so he called the police to tell them that she had been robbing a lot of different people. She didn't show up to the courtroom and answer the call's warnings, facing the consequences if the court issues a bail enforcement agent.
Basically a bounty hunter.
Mm-hmm. And he arrives at her door and she doesn't open it, she would be in big trouble. She answers and he formally tells her that she needs to show up to court. She rejects and shuts the door on him. But before she can, he tells her that he can use force if needed, which would be bad. Uh-oh, ban word bad. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
So the weapon that they mostly use is a beanbag gun, but it's a lot higher pressure than like a normal one.
Yeah,
What's a beanbag?
I'm thinking it's
So
like a
it's
BB
basically-
gun.
Yeah, so it's
but, like,
basically
bigger.
a shotgun, but instead of like pellets, it's just like the beanbag. It's for like non-lethal engagements.
Enough to knock you out,
Yeah.
but not kill you. Bad headache probably.
Stop
But
you from running.
That makes sense. Proceed.
causing her to show up with him. She gets to court, gets her lawyer, and the case begins. It's not going well for Elisa, realizing that she will land in jail. The jury found her guilty, sentencing her to 40 years in jail, followed by 10 years under probation. The end.
All of those charges do actually end up to 40 years and 10 years of probation.
Wow. Oh, you actually looked that up.
Yeah.
Just because of that. That's so crazy. Well, I mean, she's kind of she's not a very smart person, I'll just say. You know, she needs to have a little more self-control. That's all I have to say.
You know,
Let's clap for Oliver.
all I was thinking was
Come on.
clapping for someone. Paper.
Excuse me, no one clapped for my paper.
Did you not hear in the back?
All right, let's clap for Victoria's paper. I thought we did. I'm sorry. I'm okay. That's what I thought.
We
did.
Yes. I think you just want to double.
No, actually.
Yes.
For doing it.
All right, back to Johannes. We're gonna do another big, whatchamacallit,
Can we just
fused
use the
outline.
back?
You can use the back, yes.
Can't we just like skip this?
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
Still doing
When will we get to the fun papers? Like all the fun papers we buy.
the fun paper.
Well, we did the pictures, but did you, let me see.
I just copied it.
What?
Oh, I didn't draw it.
This is awesome.
How did you do that?
She
I
photocopied it. It's like,
photocopied the other page and then just cut it off.
Oh, okay, you glued it on there?
this is even
What? You have way too much time on your hands, that's all I have to say. I need to give you more homework.
No.
Photocopier.
Goodness. All right, go on the back. Set it up the same way you did before. For Roman numeral 2 this time in all the boxes. I think this is just a 2-paragraph assignment, right? Let me double check.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Oh,
Yeah, it is. So this is just the second paragraph.
How many
So,
pages do we get? Only 5?
Just so Serena knows what we're doing, use your white paper. You probably figured it out, but on the back, you're doing Roman numeral 2 in your 3 top. You have 3 sources here. Let me draw this out. You guys know what to do.
Like 5,
Yeah, almost.
Is it 1 through 5?
and then like 4 and 5 are in parentheses.
This is
I
A,
think only, oh yeah, 4 and 5.
B,
C.
C.
That's only 4 sentences. And I was like,
These are all gonna be Roman numeral 2, and then you said 1 through 5,
mostly an illusion.
2, 1 through 5, 2, fused. Is it 1 through 7?
Yeah, 1 through 7.
Okay. Fused
I
outline.
think the 6
2.
and the 7 or just the 7 are.
I think it's just, there's only 6.
But then
Oh, yeah,
the
there's a
clincher.
clincher.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and 6 is in parentheses, okay. And then clincher. Okay, and then after you get that set up, we gotta look at your possible topics, which we organized on the front of that page.
We were gonna do Gutenberg's mechanical printing and then effects of Gutenberg.
Did we already decide?
We were gonna
Yeah,
do
we
these
did.
two and then
We
these
all-
two,
Oh, okay,
combine them.
I was gonna do ancient.
ancient.
We already did,
I thought we started
We
with
all
ancient.
did
we
different.
did,
You
do
guys-
we might have done it differently. I did before Gutenberg and ancient printing together.
Okay,
And I'm gonna do Gutenberg's printing system and then the effects of Gutenberg
okay.
together.
So here's what I'm gonna have you guys do.
You
You
did
can,
before the effects, that's what I did.
you can combine or pick one. Either way,
I'm just gonna combine.
you can combine if you want. I'm gonna let you guys pick what you're gonna do. So whatever it is, that's gonna be your topic here for A, B, and C. So it might be,
The effects are not in A.
You don't have to do those though. You don't, cause like with,
yeah, you don't have to
cause
use
with,
A.
there was only ancient printing for the first one in C. So I just did one thing.
That's fine, yeah. If it's not in all three sources, then you don't have to use all three sources for that. So what are you combining again?
I'm combining, his effects and his printing system.
Okay, and that's what you're doing too? And what are you doing?
I did before and the effects, and now I'm doing ancient printing.
Ah.
And
Okay,
G prints.
okay. I guess you could put G for, I don't know how you guys want to do it, but G for Gutenberg. And then you could put his printing, comma, effects system, something like that. Effects and system. So that's what you would put on all your number twos. Including this one. But if you have something else to put, just whatever you decide.
Actually,
What did you put?
soda.
Oh.
I can tell.
You are the sugar girl for sure. Oh my gosh, that totally reminds me of last year's
Marshmallow
Christmas.
incident.
It's the marshmallow incident.
Hey, you weren't even here.
Yes.
You weren't even
I
here.
heard of it.
Yeah, why weren't you there? Were you in a different class?
No, they left. It was only me, Olivia, and then Mia.
You left.
Because they were done. The class was done. Or the party was over, but we were waiting for.
I was like, hold on.
I know, I was like, I remember you being in the class. Yeah, okay, that's what it was. It's gonna go here too. G printing.
Gloria, what is wrong with you?
Everything, nothing at the same time.
So this is where I'm gonna give you guys some time. You still have like 15-20 minutes
Does
actually.
anyone have a highlighter?
Maybe in that
I'm
box back there. You
I
can
have
check.
like 3 or 4. I can find my pencil back as well.
Why are you looking at your dog?
So you guys work on that. What I'm gonna do is check your homework, cause I haven't
I
checked
fixed mine
everybody's
this
yet.
morning.
You did, okay.
I turned mine in this morning because, our week was.
Yeah, I did.
So I'm just gonna pause this recording right here because we're just working on the, because we're working on the fused outline and all the different outlines. So work on that for a few minutes. I'm just gonna pause it so I can do some grading and then I'll turn it back on before you go. Is something. Okay, so we just spent time building the keyword outline and the fused outline. And so your homework this week is to do the second paragraph of Johannes Gutenberg. Make sure you follow your checklist and I hope to see you next week. Bye.